Denial is the first of 12 videos uploaded to the channel Player Not Found 01. There isn't a channel description, a profile picture, or a banner. These videos are not normal. They tell the tale of two people who went missing. A tale that, when unraveled, reveals one of the strangest stories the internet has ever seen. And it all begins with denial. This video begins with a player walking through a plains biome. They traverse the biome, stopping at caves to go mining for ores. As they exit a cave, we see that it is nighttime. The video cuts to the player running through a desert. They come across a desert well. This well isn't like ordinary wells. There are redstone torches surrounding the well. In addition, the trees to the right of the player have had some leaves stripped off, as if players have been there before. The player enters the well, and we see a hole in the center of it. Opera music begins playing. I did not edit that in. The player enters the hole and drops into a bedrock box. We see the player walk down a hallway with a nether portal at the end. The player enters. What was that? That wasn't an ordinary nether portal, not at all. The bottom of the well wasn't naturally generating either. I mean, what was that? Why were the trees mined? Why was there a bedrock box under the well? And what was that statue? Was it crying? At the end of the video, we see it wasn't my fault in the corner of the screen. Whose fault? What happened? There's so many questions needing to be answered, and we don't have any answers yet. The next video is an abrupt transition from the last. This is a Let's Play video from a player called TrevOnline. In the description we see, "Hey guys, Trevor here, and this is some gameplay from this pretty new world that I made with my brother Elias." The video begins with the player, presumably Trevor, or TrevOnline, mining sand. We then see another player come into view. This is DjDudes, otherwise known as Elias. Trevor goes to the edge of the hill, and just past the cliff, we see it. The well. But the well has changed. There are no redstone torches on the corners. The two brothers go close to the well, and they both have different reactions to it. Trevor is much more cautious, while Elias chooses to jump in the water and play around in it. Trevor seems to care much less about the well, choosing to walk away from it without regard for his brother. A few seconds later, the video cuts to a fully built house. And honestly, there isn't much else to see. They just finished building their houses, and the video ends. I did leave something out though. When looking at the description of the video, we see that at the bottom, there's a link to a YouTube video. The title of the video has no meaning, just a bunch of slashes. However, when we watch it, there's no UI and we don't know whose POV it is. We watch the player walk forwards, eventually coming across a well. The tree around the well have had their branches stripped off. The trees also don't look like naturally generating trees. The player looks down into the well, seeing a trapdoor at the bottom, and they walk backwards quickly. Turning and running, this happens. Fire surrounds the player, the forest burning around them, and we see the well again. The roses around the well have withered. The player stands at the edge of the well and The description of the video is also much more fascinating. We see gibberish, but the gibberish has a pattern. Every fourth word, the same phrase repeats again. When we decode it, we see that it says, "They made me f***ing do this." Who is the they? What did they force this player to do? Matter of fact, who is this player? The next video is a transcript of an audio log.
This is Deputy Harris speaking. How can I... Okay, man, slow down. Tell me what happened. Your sons? Alright, what are their names? Trevor Sullivan? And the younger one? Elias?
The rest of the transcript is just details about the kids, Trevor and Elias. The same two kids from the Let's Play video. They left one day and they didn't come back. But what happened to them? The description discusses the case, with the date filed being in September of 2014. Okay, so we know more things about this channel. Trevor and Elias, two brothers, uploaded a Minecraft Let's Play video. The video itself has older textures, seen with the steak and the chicken having bolded outlines. I will say that this game runs really smoothly for an older version of Minecraft. Anyway, the Let's Play video and its description have quotation marks around the words, as if it was a re-upload or something being cited from the past. That makes sense since the video was uploaded in November of 2025 and the boys went missing in 2014. So, where did they go? The next video, titled EMOH, or Home Backwards, starts off where the unlisted video ends, with the player falling deeper into the water. But then the video reverses with the player flying back upwards. Then a world comes into view. The player is in between trees back in a snowy landscape. They walk out of the trees and find a house. The music playing is reversed, corrupted Minecraft music. The player walks closer to the house and opens the mailbox. We get an address. 1148 Oak Ridge Drive. They walk inside and go through the house. As they go upstairs, we watch the player enter a large bedroom. Then they enter another, slightly smaller bedroom. This one has a computer in the corner and looks slightly more furnished, with paintings all along the walls. They enter a smaller bedroom after that. This one looks more childlike, with stars painted all across the walls. Another computer in the corner. The player steps onto the bed and they're closed off. And then the link in the corner leads to this. You left me, Trevor. Okay, I think I'm figuring out what's going on. This POV and the one in the unlisted video were the POV of Elias. We can assume this because Elias was trapped in his room, and the doc at the end says, "You left me, Trevor," indicating that Elias wrote that. Elias was left behind, but where and why? Why did Trevor leave him? What happened to Elias? It just doesn't make sense. Anger begins with the player standing at the end of a hallway. I didn't say that. That was from the video. The player jumps into the pool of water in front of him. Whoa. That is terrifying. Every single eye in this room is staring at the player. And when they turn around, they find a staircase. Once the player travels up, they find a chest. In the chest is a book signed by DjDudes, otherwise known as Elias.
You left me here. You didn't even look down. Or maybe you did and didn't like what you saw. The statue keeps watching. Her face is empty now, just like the last thing I saw from you. You left me. You lied. You said you'd help. I don't like this. I don't want to be here. Big brother, you. I'm scared. I hear the statue crying. It won't stop. Trevor, why?
Okay, so there is a bunch to talk about. First of which is the narration. Who was that? Or more fittingly, what was that? They have to be connected to the well in some way, seeing as they knew what the well is. If you look closely at the atmospheric fog, you may have noticed that it was red. Red, as if the player is in hell. Now the eyes, what was with the eyes? They were all staring at the player as if they were accusing the player of something. That has to mean that we are back in Trevor's POV. The book only confirms it. Elias accuses Trevor of leaving him behind, continuing the theme from the earlier document. Elias discusses the statue and how its face is missing. Then we see the sign. You can't run anymore. She sees you. The she the sign is talking about is probably the statue. There's an armor stand behind the sign as well, with a leather cap on it. The same leather cap as was on Elias in the Let's Play video. I forgot to mention one more thing. While Trevor was reading the book, they were whispering conversations in the background. A commenter discussed some of the words said, and two phrases stood out. Where's mommy? And don't tell nobody. Please don't clip that. Elias spoke the first one, and Trevor must have said the second. I did reverse the audio in an effort to hear these words, and struggled to find any other phrases. The next video, the statue weeps, fades into the room with the eyes. The eyes are staring at the player. A woman is sobbing in the background. That is all the video is for 42 seconds. This doesn't tell us much else. Depression starts off with a player walking along a cobblestone path. Nothing happens for the next 15 seconds. Then, he trusted me. Words keep flashing on the screen. When we compile all the words, a story begins to be told. I walk, it's quieter. I should have. I was supposed to protect him. My mind is not mine. I am afraid. At a little over 6 minutes in the video, we see fire on the side of the road. The last 2 minutes of the video is just the player walking. This is Trevor once again. He expresses regret for leaving Elias behind. He regrets not protecting him. The phrases become more odd. I am sinking even on dry ground, stop sinking. Trevor is falling into depression as indicated by the title. But the last phrase is the most concerning. My mind is not mine. What does he mean by that? Bargaining begins with the player on a netherrack path leading into the distance. Ethereal, almost opera-like music is playing in the background. The player comes to a church. Redstone dots the floor. The leather cap is on the cross. Elias is on the cross.
If you want to save your brother, you must sink all the way down. Your mother is next. You hear her sobs, don't you, Trevor? The statue weeps, doesn't it? It was your fault, Trevor. You could have caught him. Your time is up soon.
There's a book on the fireplace.
I'll do anything. Give me my family back.
Now we can continue to piece together the story. In this video, we watch Trevor repent, begging to do anything to make sure his family comes back. The entity, I guess, took his brother through the well. The entity is threatening Trevor by using his mother. But we still don't know what happened to his brother. To do that, we need to look at the next video.
Elias, I'm so sorry.
United States Department of the Interior, Anomalous Geological Phenomena Division. File number AGPD 1974 W13. Subject: The Well, or W13. Classification: Level 3. Internal use only. It does not kill you. It consumes you. Initial discovery: 12/04/1974. Location: National Forest. Estimated age: 2,600 years. Visible depth: 14.2 feet. Measured depth: no bottom detected. Incident log: AGPD W13 089. Date: 3/11/1979. Details. Male juvenile slipped into W13 during boundary survey. Recovery teams unable to locate body. Secondary behavioral changes observed in immediate family. Case sealed under Directive 12B. Containment summary. W13 site sealed in 1981. Public access restricted. Research suspended due to unstable psychological effects among staff. Objective: no further contact.
I got nothing. The well was shown, a kid screaming, Trevor apologizing to Elias, wishing he could have held on. Then, a US Department case, the Anomalous Geological Phenomena Division. Okay, so we know that the well has affected numerous people in the past. When someone falls into the well, the study notes that their immediate family, i.e. their parents and siblings, begin to change. And with Trevor, we can see the true effects of the well. After Elias fell in, we watched something speak to Trevor. For example, we saw the signs in bargaining and anger be narrated. Could that be the behavioral changes the study talks about? The post tab of the channel also contains interesting information. The gibberish is actually the standard galactic alphabet, or enchanting table language. Translating that, we get, the forest swallows everything. I didn't mean to run. I still set 2 plates. The link leads to a log from 2012 discussing the well. Site Operative Wells notes that the W13 perimeter camera is down. Archivist Redley discusses how the same failure happened in 94, 02, and 2011. This log is talking about another event that occurred in the past. The well has taken more people before Elias, but what happens to those who get taken? The player in the video, presumably Trevor, walks towards the structure in the center. 30 seconds into the video, this flashes on the screen. Trevor walks into what appears to be a church. The hallway leading to the altar is lit up. And then, the video cuts back and we see 3 signs on the altar.
Your family isn't yours anymore.
I didn't say that.
Elias is dead. You could have saved him. You are not your own anymore.
Hey, it's Mom.
The video cuts to a voicemail from the brother's mom, Margaret. She talks about how much she misses them, wishing and pleading they would come back.
Check the rooms in the right order.
The video cuts back and we see
Join them.
we see Trevor and Elias's houses. They both appear weathered.
We are one now. Neither of you are in control anymore. I was is your poor mother going to feel? When she sees both of her boys not as they were.
The video cuts and we watch Trevor run through a desert. The same desert with the well from the first video. Trevor rushes to the end and we see no nether portal.
The well was just the beginning.
I'll get you out of that noose right away, you naughty thing. I wonder who tied you up. Who would do such a thing?
I was the one, beloved brother!
We now understand this horrifying story. Trevor and Elias Sullivan, two brothers living at home with their mom, play Minecraft together. At some point, Elias chooses to go back to the well they discovered at the beginning of the video. He jumps in and discovers another portal. That is where this tragedy begins. On September 13th, 2014, Trevor and Elias suddenly choose to leave one day. Their mom files a missing persons report, but by then, it's too late. They discover a well in the national forest, and Elias mimics the same exact thing he did in the Let's Play video. But this time, he falls in, and Trevor lets him go to save himself. This well takes possession of whoever falls in. It begins affecting the minds of the victim's family, guilting them into joining their lost family member and giving up control. And then, the well takes over.